Welcome back guys. Welcome to module number 3, Ethical Hacking Lab Setup. From the previous two modules, that is terminologies and introduction to ethical hacking, I assume that you have understood the concepts and terminologies that are required to start your ethical hacking course. So we will start the ethical hacking course by building a lab that is necessary to practice all your lab sessions. As I have already mentioned you, 80 to 85% of this course is lab oriented without neglecting the theory part, as theory is also very much important for new students, newbies who are starting their career in cybersecurity or ethical hacking. So let's dive into the class by creating a lab setup. Behind me, you are seeing a network diagram or a network topology of a small company or a medium company. In this network diagram, you are seeing it routers, firewalls, switches, and a group of computers, wireless router, and devices like your smartphones that are connected to a Wi-Fi router. You can also see a network printer and even servers like mail server and a web servers are present. All these devices form a network. Whether it is a small company or large scale organization, you will see this kind of networks with so many networking devices connected to form a network, and in real-time scenario, you will get a chance probably to scan entire network to find vulnerabilities in that network. If not, a group of computers called scope need to be tested as per your client requirement, or if not, a standalone computer, or even you may get a chance to test vulnerabilities in applications that are installed on the computer or a servers like that you are seeing over here, a web server and a mail server. So such a lab is hard to provide to practice lab sessions that I am going to teach you. However, a similar kind, if not nearly equal scenario of network can be created like this. This is a classroom lab that is made of couple of computers connected to a networking device like an Ethernet switch or a router. This physical network scenario can be created on your computer or a laptop that you are using to watch this video. However, to create such a network on your single desktop PC or a laptop, your PC or a laptop must meet certain requirements, like it should have 4 GB of RAM at least and 50 GB of hard disk space dedicated to lab setup. And as a student, you will practice all the lab practicals that you are going to learn in the future classes. So your lab network will look something like this. This is your PC or a laptop connected to internet via a Wi-Fi router, or a direct cable from your ISP is connected to Ethernet port on your PC, and using Hypervisor, I repeat, Hypervisor. And using Hypervisor application, you will create a virtual computers with operating systems installed on them. And these virtual computers are networked so that each computer can communicate with other computer. And as a student, you will perform ethical hacking labs to find vulnerabilities in this network or application installed on these machines. So now you have heard a new technical term, hypervisor. What is a hypervisor? Hypervisor is a software, hardware, or it could be a firmware by using which you can create virtual machines on your physical computer. Hypervisor is used to enable virtualization or virtual environment on your physical computer and shares your physical computer hardware resources like RAM, storage, etc. to virtual machines. And hypervisor does this by sitting on the top of your physical computer hardware. There are two types of hypervisors. One is bare metal hypervisors, which is also called as a native hypervisor that you are seeing in the left side of this slide. And the other type is hosted hypervisor. In the native or bare metal hypervisor technology, a base operating system is not required to be installed on your physical computer. The virtual computers that are created can directly access hardware resources of the physical computer. Examples of native hypervisors are Microsoft Hyper-V and Citrix. While on the other hand, in hosted hypervisor technology, a base operating system like Windows, Macintosh, Linux based operating system needs to be installed, on which a hypervisor software is installed, on which a virtual computers are created, and on which you will install operating systems like Windows, Ubuntu, Kali Linux, the pentesters operating system or hackers operating system, Parrot OS, even a router OS like Viata can be installed and network them as a local LAN. Examples of hosted hypervisors applications are VMware Workstation and Oracle VirtualBox. So this is your physical computer, which is also called as a host computer, and virtual computers that you are going to create are called as guest machines or virtual machines. Your physical computer may have operating system like Windows or Linux. I will show in the upcoming labs how to install VirtualBox and VMware workstation on Windows and Linux machine, and thereby creating a virtual network on VirtualBox or a VMware. Finally, if you're using Apple computers or Apple laptop with any version of Mac OS, I suggest you to install VirtualBox like this and install virtual operating systems on it. I assume that you have understood what a hypervisor is and what kind of network you are going to create on your physical machine to create a ethical hacking course lab, so that you will conduct all ethical hacking lab sessions on your computer. So let's dive in creating virtual computers. Thank you for watching the video and do subscribe to the YouTube channel INSECTECHS.